G'day. In today's video I'm talking about the PSP Vita. This particular one here is a first generation 1000 model. It's got the OLED display. I've owned it now for roughly probably about 3 weeks now. Since purchasing it, I've since put custom firmware on there, installed Adrenaline, played a few different games that are available on the Vita to get an idea of it. And so far these are my collective thoughts of it. So far it's simply not for me. I found that the games on there, I don't have enough time to invest in them. Some of them games are like Persona 4 and various long RPGs like that, which are simply in this current time, I don't have hours to sit and play. If I got this back in the launch date in 2012, I believe it was, I definitely would have had time to play them. Nowadays, a bit older, kids, work, no time for games that take this length. Nowadays I see a 40-hour game and I go, nah, not even going to try. So the gameplay wise, haven't found too much on there that I've actually particularly liked. I did play Binding of Isaac on there, did enjoy Binding of Isaac, but I found I preferred it more on the new 3DS as opposed to the Vita, purely because of that dual display. You can see the map, you can see more information of the game. Granted, the resolution of it is lower on the Nintendo, but I find that the art style of it, it doesn't really matter. Other games that are available on here like Hotline Miami, Papers, Please, most stuff that I would enjoy on here that is short and simple are available elsewhere. The other thing I did find with it, which having adult hands, the biggest problem I have with modern day gaming consoles or portable consoles is the placement of the thumbsticks. I find them simply too low. When my natural resting place is up high, where they always put them super down low. So I've either got to play off a slight hand cramp while I'm playing the game, as I found a few games that I was playing did not actually use the D-pad. You could use the joystick, but the D-pad wasn't even mapped for anything, so you couldn't even revert to that if you'd want to try it, which, just a little personal issue with it. The touch side of it, I played very few games that involved that. A few games did involve the touchscreen on the front. I did try getting back into Metal Gear Solid 3. Enjoyed it when it played it and enjoyed it when it came out. I don't know why, but I just can't get into it on a handheld. I find the screen too small. I need to be a lot more focused on the game. Even now, I feel like the game itself actually feels buggier than what I remember. Where simply getting Snake into a crouch position, which I don't know if I can even do that on the Vita version. I do believe you could do that on the Substance version on the PS2, but in the HD version, I'm not sure how to actually get Snake into that. So I found just simply movement to be annoying. So granted, that's probably more of an issue with the game, more so than the console, but that is just another thing. So overall, I found that the Vita, the game library is essentially the length of time for these games to finish is too long than what I can give it. So if I picked one of these back up in 2012, I would have been very happy, as the graphics I find them to be between the PS2 but not as high as the PS3. Overall, the OLED screen, bright, colourful, brilliant. Don't know why Nintendo didn't do that straight out of the box. Granted, they're always a company for saving cost and making money on the instant sale of the hardware. But the Vita, I'm going to give it a pass. I'll probably regret selling it, but that's life. Overall, I couldn't get into it. Catch you, Vita.